Hello everyone, I'm Sudeepthi Dondapati. So for all these sessions, one thing that is very important for you is your focus. So far we've done 3 sessions exclusively on TCS NQT, and now we are going to do another session again. That is a best way for you to prepare TCS NQT, right? National Qualifier Test, and where you have to appear for 2 phases, foundational and advanced level questions. And part of this foundational, phase, you have to go through your verbal ability exam. So you have to practice your verbal ability questions so that you can easily clear your TCS NQT. So shall we get started with the question? So we are continuing. So far we've done 54 questions in all these 3 sessions. So now we will continue with some more questions in this session, right? Session 4, part 4. She has achieved something which is positive and complete. Such a civilization has the gift of immortality. For it does not offend against the laws of creation and is not by all the forces of nature. She's achieved something which is positive and complete. She's achieved something which is very positive. Such a civilization has the gift of immortality. Okay, gift of immortality is very important. For it does not offend against the laws of creation and is not by all the phases. So such kind of, nature or that kind of, situation or people in that, and they are not, now you have to complete with the right word, by any force of nature. Shall we look at the option and see? Now, by the way, what is this question? This is a question that tests your vocabulary. So you should be able to know the meanings of the word. So synonyms, antonyms, this word choice is very important. You cannot write inappropriate word or select inappropriate word for any question, right? You have to take and select the right and appropriate word. So let's look at the option. Fourth right means what? So it is like, straightforward, direct. Okay. So you don't use straightforward by all the forces of nature. Okay, no, that's not the answer to be used. Obviously, we will eliminate this option. Next is concerted. Concerted means what? Generally, you conduct events. You conduct some music concerts, right? You don't use it here. So this doesn't fit here. For it does not offend against the laws of creation and is not concerted. We don't say that. Third one is assailed. She has achieved something which is positive and complete. Such a civilization has the gift of immortality, for it doesn't offend the laws of creation and is not assailed. What is the meaning of the word assailed? Generally, we say assailed when we are saying somebody is attacked by it, attacking. Okay, it's attacking, assailing, attacked, assailed, attacked. So that is the sense of it. And now this is very possible to be the answer. There is a possibility here. Let's look at the option 4 and see if we can really take this word or not. Persisting. What is the meaning of the word persisting? Enduring. It endures. Okay, it continues, it perseveres, continues, it sustains. That is the sense of it. So when you are using this word and persisting, let's see. For it does not offend against the laws of creation and is not persisting by all. It is not enduring by all. No. Forces of nature. Here you are talking about somehow. Okay, attacking. So assailed will be it is not attacked by all the phases of nature. Obviously, it will suit the question. So option C should be the answer. Next question. It is, however, necessary to distinguish between development that just news and diplomatic initiatives that will the course of history for the better. It is, however, contradiction it is, but, however, necessary to distinguish, show the distinction, the difference between developments that just what? News and diplomatic initiatives. News and diplomatic initiatives. Some diplomatic initiatives are taken that will the course of history for the better. Now, what is right here? Which word do you really take it? Okay, it's however necessary to distinguish means fake or focus. Now, let's see the first option. Let's try with the option. It is, however, necessary to distinguish between developments that just fake news. No, some work should be there. You cannot say that fake news cannot be, just you cannot use that sort of word, adjective, right? Fake news and diplomatic initiatives that will focus the course. No, you don't focus the course. You will focus on something. You will not focus the course. Even grammatically, it is wrong. So option A is wrong. Next, see the second one. It is, however, necessary to distinguish between developments that just see the news and diplomatic initiatives that will change the course of history. For here you can see change the history is possible, but you will not see that just see. You don't see news and diplomatic initiatives. So even this is not right. Third one. It is, however, necessary to distinguish between developments that just make news and diplomatic initiatives that will alter the course of history for the better. Now, you will make news, right? You will make news. So that is possible. And alter means what? You make some change. Alter is something that you change. So that is possible. You alter it, you change it. So option 3 is possible. Let's see the fourth. That just made news and diplomatic initiatives that will different the course. Here it doesn't fit. Different verb should come there. So option 3 has many reasons to be employed there in the context. So here we can take the option 3 because it is, however, necessary to distinguish between the developments that just make news and diplomatic initiatives that will never alter the course of history for the better. So option 3 can be the answer. Next question. The young girl was so full of enthusiasm and that she infected the room. She infected the room with energy. The young girl was full of enthusiasm. So that means it's related to her vigor. So the young girl was full of enthusiasm. And let's see the options. Languidness, apathy, vivacity, blandness, tenacity. Now let's see the options. Languidness. What is this languidness? The girl was full of enthusiasm. Here it shows full of enthusiasm. But languidness is a lack of energy and enthusiasm. So obviously this is not the right answer. And what is this question? This question is related to your vocabulary. So they are testing your vocabulary knowledge. Okay, so most of these questions are related to vocabulary. Most 50% of this question. It's not that other aspects of topics like passive, all these are important. They do come, but mostly the questions will be on vocabulary. Next, apathy is also a kind of pitiful, gloomy kind of. It is not filled with energy or with enthusiasm. Vivacity means yes, full of energy, vigor, happiness, excitement. Right? This is possible. And what is blandness? Blandness is again dull. Okay, it is not of full energy. That is also possible. Tenacity is also kind of like the caliber with which you endure, all that. So this is not also the right answer, right? So what is the right answer is like vivacity. Vivacity can be that is full of vigor. The young girl was full of enthusiasm and vivacity, that she infected, that means she's able to impact the room, people there, room in the sense, not the object there, people in that room with energy. So that is a kind of the endurance of a tenacity is not right. And languidness, apathy, blandness is very kind of dull. So option C is the right answer. Next question. The rowdy crowd at the music concert herb, and he spilled his soda on his pants. So what is it? The rowdy crowd at the music concert, her, and he spilled his soda on pants. Now this particular group did something, and this man spilled soda on his pants. So now what is right? Now you understand the context. What is this herb? Herb is kind of cheese, foreign, some, is made in some foreign country, cheese kind of thing, milk product. So the rowdy crowd at the music concert jettisoned herb and he spilled his soda on pants, or harrowed herb and he spilled. Now what is it? Jettisoned again. It is like, to be able to get rid of something like that. So what is right? So to be able to be, lack of something or getting rid of something. So this is not the context here, because it's like, it shows that somebody at the music, did something, with herb, this cheese, and spilled his soda on his, and that even the sentence construction is not very proper, though. But the option or the part you need to worry about is only the part where you can see the blank, right? You can take there. Next, harrowed. Let's see the option. The rowdy crowd at the music concert. Harrowed. What is it? Harrowed is like, suffering as if something happened to you, or everything happened to you. So that is called harrowing. So even this does not. Harrowing her, we don't say. At the music, harrowing her, we don't say. Right, suffering her, we don't say. Jostled, yes, this is what, forcibly you pull someone or to throw at something. So this is related to the context we are in. Okay, lauded means what? Praising someone. So this is also not. Superseded means going beyond, taking the place of. Okay, taking the place of something, going beyond. So looking at these options, we understand that these are not right, except jostle means you do something in that sort of excitement, you do it, you push it, you pull it, all that. So that is a sense of it. You can go with the option C, jostled. Next question. Known for his strong command of the courtroom, it was common knowledge that Judge DeSantis considered outbursts from defendants to be. Known for his strong command of the courtroom, it was common knowledge that Judge DeSantis considered outbursts from defendants to be. You have to know from his strong command of that room. It was common knowledge. It was easily understood that this judge considered outbursts from defendants to be what? Questionable. He was not, he was not very happy with it, and he perhaps is, expressing his negative response there because of that. For his strong command of the courtroom, it was easily understood that this person, it's not going to be very easy, and it's going to be very tough. And what is that he's trying to say? It's to be questionable. Okay, so consider outbursts from defendants, from these defendants, whatever, the action that you can see from these defendants is questionable, is something which you question them, whether it is right or not, or objectionable. Is very very important. It is not very kind of accepted. So that sort of it. Antisocial, again, something society pliable, easily bent upon, not acceptable. Okay. Visionary, not easily bent upon, not acceptable. Visionary is somebody who has very great, who has greater purposes for the person, for the people, for the country. So obviously these can't be the right answer. Now what is the right answer? Option B. What is it? Objectionable. So he feels that these are objectionable, that objects is not permitted, and these are really creating nuisance, and objectionable, that is not easily permitted or accepted. So that is a sign. We can go with the option B. Next question. The teacher tried to her class of their dependents on the number lines pasted to the tops of the test. Now you have to know the vocabulary. Again, your vocabulary is tested through all these questions. The teacher tried to. Now let us understand the meanings of this word. What is this wane? Wane is like, you something which diminishes, okay, in its value, diminishes, okay. So that's not the same. Wax, this kind of sticky thing. Wet, W-H-E-T, wet is something that stimulates any person or any cause, stimulates. Wean off, we say, right? That is like you remove the dependence, okay? Remove the source from it. You wean off your child from mother's, feeding. That means what you say is you cease, you stop it. And wield means, just, having command over. Wield is what? Command over or control over. So that is the sense of it. Wield is command. Okay, to have a command over it. So now what is the best? The teacher tried to her class of their dependent. Now I said, what is that? You seize, you remove. I said the mother tries to wean off her child. Okay, that means taking the dependence, taking away the this dependent. That is the sense of it. Wean off. So here you can go. The teacher also here tried to wean her class of their dependence on the number lines. So that is the sense. You can go with the answer. Option D. Next question. The child danced with joy at hearing the news that her father had arrived home from his lengthy business trip. The child danced with joy at hearing the news that her father had arrived home from his lengthy business trip. What's that? The child danced with what? Stayed. What is the meaning again? Stayed, unbridled, stealthy, beneficial, restrained. So what is a stayed? That means kind of serious, without any movements. Okay, serious, sober. Unbridled means uncontrollable. Okay, you are not able to tame it, uncontrollable. Stealthily, secretively. Beneficial, it's for some good. Restrained, that is to be separated or restrained from, away from, restricted from, curtailed from. Okay, now I explained you the meanings. Now which word do you think is the right answer? The child danced with what? Unbridled, uncontrollable joy. See, it's possible. The child is super. It is completely out of its senses. Okay, and it is out of joy at hearing the news that her father had arrived. Out of that happiness that this child is unbridled with joy, uncontrollable joy. So you can go with the option B. Okay, so B as the right answer. Next question. Ricky is of the local coffee shop. You can find him there just about every morning. Ricky is of the local coffee shop. You can find him there just about every morning. Now what is the meaning? Diva, relic, denizen, maverick, paria. Now you should know the meaning of this word. See, they are testing your vocabulary knowledge. How many words you know? What is your knowledge level there? Now what is it? A diva means what? Usually a famous person, a singer or actor or actress. So that is called diva. Next, what is the meaning for this relic? Relics of something. Relics, we say, what are these? Relics means remainder, what are left out. So that is the meaning of it. Next, a denizen. What is this denizen? Denizen is generally a local person. Okay, somebody who dwells there. Okay, so that is it. Next, maverick decision. Maverick, unable to decide, is some kind of hasty decision. That's it is not very confident. So that's what is unable to take. And one word to explain is kind of like independent decision. Okay, that is the sense. Pariah. Pariah is also kind of, away from it. Pariah. It is not, completely, he's completely troubled, and he's victimized by, in society, or he's completely annulled from it, or he's completely put away from society, people. So that is a sense of it. He's excluded from society. So that is called pariah. Now, after thinking all these things, knowing the meanings, which do you think is the right option? Now, don't you think Ricky is a dash denizen? Okay, denizen means local. He dwells there. He local of the local coffee shop. So you can find him there. So denizen can be the right option. You should know the meaning of it, otherwise you cannot understand. Now, next question. Again, this question focuses on preposition. And prepositions are again another way of testing your grammatical knowledge. And these are very important. You have to understand, you have to focus, you have to go through these prepositions very frequently and try to practice so that you will not fall short of your grammar knowledge. Right? Now, let's see the question. Prime Minister have full authority. His ministers. So you are talking about Prime Minister's full authority. Okay, now who are the candidates and how do you really bridge these two aspects? Prime Minister have full authority. His ministers. Now, how do you understand? How do you understand this? Now, prepositions for, what do you use? Prime Minister have full authority for his minister. For can be the cause. For can be the cause. Concern, you can refer to it. No, for this reason. Now, obviously, Prime Minister have full authority for his ministers. For them, no, this is not the sense. Next one. Prime Minister have full authority to his ministers. To his ministers, no. To means what again? There are many meanings like direction or relationship or belongingness. So obviously, if you take any sense also, it is not really fitting in the context, because he is talking about the minister's authority that he is exercising on someone. So you have to select the right preposition. Third option is among his ministers. That means including, where he is in that group and among his thing. No, you don't generally. Among means what? More than 3-4 people. You say among them you say, but considering them. But you do not say it. Next, fourth option is over. Yes, that is like he has full control over them, higher authority, including them, and let's like presiding over them. He can control over them. So that is a sense. So you can use the preposition over, but not this for or to. Option D is the right answer. Students are responsible. Any kind of irresponsible behavior. Students are responsible for any kind of irresponsible behavior, or with any kind of irresponsible behavior, or to any kind of irresponsible behavior, or from any kind of irresponsible behavior. Students are responsible for any kind. Generally, you say you are responsible for means what? For that cause. Always cause. Remember, for means for this reason. Mostly. Next, with. Students are responsible with preposition can along with, we say including with. No, including this. This with is not the right option. 2. Next, students are responsible to any kind of irresponsible. No, to is not showing any relationship there, distance. But students are responsible from any kind of irresponsible behavior. From is not, you are not taking from this place to that place. Obviously, you use the preposition for. You are responsible for your action. Cause, reason. You are responsible for what you do. This is generally understood, right? So you have to use the preposition for doing this. Next, book is lying the table. Now, which preposition is under the table? That conveys. Okay, on the table, generally, yes, on. Look, next, off the table. Book is lying off and of. Both are. Of is what? Belonging or cause of something, whereas of means remove off, removing away, removal of something, or to be away off. Switch off the fan, that means put off it. So this off is different from this off. So what you have to, the book is lying on the table, or book is relying in the table inside. No, you don't say. Then what is, I told you earlier, on and upon. What is it? On refers to the location of something. Okay, so here what is a location? Table is a location here, so it's referring to that location. So obviously you can take the option, the book is lying on the table, option B. Next question. Prachi distributed the sweets her friends. Prachi distributed the sweets. Next, her friends, that means among, to, with, for. Among, I told you, when it is among all these things, when you see including all these people, or among all these, the ones who are there, that is a sense. To again, what is a direction, or to, you give to your friends. To whom? Who is the subject there? Who is the party there? So this is possible. Now let's see the other options as well. Prachi distributed the sweets with her friends, celebrated with her friends. But distribution is giving to whom? To whom do you usually give? To someone, right? So that is the sense here. For distribute the sweets for her friends. There should be some cause there. So obviously there is no cause here. Prachi distribute the sweets to her friends. Is important. And among friends, among, in so many, and plurality. For example, you have to know the difference between among and between. When do you use between? When do you use among? Here, among means plural, more than two. Between is generally two. So you won't say Prachi distributed the sweets between her friends. No, because friends is plural here. This is plural, and that is why you see it, among takes the the preposition means like more than two people. Here, what do you say? Distributed among friends means like, among her circle, within the circle, among more than people. To someone is also possible, but here you can go with the option among. Or two is also right, you can do it. Even both are right. Among friends, generally she's not gone outside the circle, but among her friends only she distributed to someone. Next, the matter has been referred the minister for decision. Matter has been referred the minister for decision. Now options are given. Two, always two means reference. There is, I made a reference means what? I tried to quote that one. I looked at that source, or I was citing something. I cited something. So when you are referring to someone, referring to anything, you use the preposition to. But now the matter has been referred with the minister. You don't refer it with. With referring generally. It's like, you're talking about the other person, and this is to this person I am referring to, we say. Okay, you're talking about the it indicates the direction, at the same time it indicates the action of someone. With you don't use, because with it's a preposition that says, association with, along with, all that. Well, the matter has been referred for the minister. No, we don't always refer to someone. Over the minister for me. No, over is also not applicable, because it is not command, or it is not control over something, right? So you have to use the preposition to always. Okay, refer to someone. Please remind Gopal his promise. Please remind Gopal his promise. About his promise, or for his promise, with his promise, or of. About. About is generally what we say, about his promise. That is meaningful, but generally we don't say that. About something. For something, is not a cause. Please remind Gopal for, no, it's not. With his promise, no, it is not included. Of his promise, yes, okay, and related to it. So that is the sense. So of something belonging to, or it's like, the cause of something, the reason, that's of something. So that is what you have to use. Option D is the right answer. The teacher should not be partial in his student. To the student, for the student, against, over. The teacher should not be partial to any student. For means again the reason or cause. No, it is not right. To, you should not partial to anyone or against, or you should not. The student should not be against someone, or for the student should not be. The teacher should not be partial over. No, now the answer is, this is option B. That is not, it should not be partial to, like towards someone. So that is the sense, towards someone. It's not against, it is not over, beyond them or over them, but it is for, there is no cause. So it is related to who is that party, to people. Okay, that is the sense. Next question. He does not care his family. Inside the family, no. Does not care for his family. Usually we say for, you take care of someone, for you care, he doesn't care for you, we say. Okay, for, you can also indicate the party there. From, he does not care from his family. It's not about the position. Over, he does not care over his family. No, generally we go with the option for. Okay, so that is the answer. The criminal begged mercy. What criminal? What mercy? What did you do there? The criminal begged on his mercy. The criminal begged against his mercy. The criminal begged for mercy, or the criminal begged with mercy. So he's begging for something, from pity, for mercy. Obviously for the reason, the cause. He's doing that for mercy, he's begging. So that is the answer. Not on. It's not related to the position. It's not related whether it is for or against. It is not related, with someone or not. It is for mercy. The poor person begged for. Next question. The house belongs to someone. The house belongs to my father. The house belongs to someone, or with someone, for someone. Again, with is a preposition that you don't use when you are referring to that it belongs to someone, right? So you don't say with my father. It is not that. Right? The house belongs to my father. Generally, it belongs to him. You're talking about the relationship. At the same time, you're talking about the possession. It is somebody else's possession. Denotes to someone. So this is the sense here. Now, the house belongs for my father. The house belongs for my father. So when do you use the preposition for? You don't use the preposition for when you are talking about, when it is related to someone. It belongs to someone. So for you also, you don't say the house belongs of my father. You don't say that. So the house belongs of my father is something that you really don't. Of is kind of like, you're indicating what is the reason of someone. Okay, this is you're talking about you're introducing the title. You're introducing someone of something. So that is not the sense here. So it is related to some possession. So it is a possessive of something. So the house belongs to someone. So this is the sense. Next. Please pay attention what I say. Please pay attention. Now when you say please pay attention means what? To someone, you say, right? You don't say please pay attention on something. So on here the preposition in is inside. So you don't use in. You please pay attention in what I say. You don't say that, right? Please pay attention on what I say. You don't say that. Please pay attention to what I say. Listen carefully. Watch something. Listen to someone. So that is the context we have to say, right? For, please pay attention for what I say. For is again the cause. You don't use it. You don't use it. So that should not be the case. So for is wrong, and to is Okay, right and on is wrong. So the preposition to should be used. Right. Next question. You should not associate bad boys. You should not associate bad boys. Why is that some preposition should be used in order to bridge the sentence? You should not associate with bad boys, or you should not associate in bad boys. You should not associate on bad boys. You should not associate over bad boys. Right. Generally, association happens with someone, along with, together with. So usually the preposition with is used. Okay, in you don't say because it's not inside. On, it's not related to the location. Over, it is, over this place, command over or control over. No, so you can go with the option A. So these are some questions we discussed in this session. So hope you have understood how you can really go through and can really practice vocabulary questions and prepositions. In the next session, we will focus on some other aspects, and the more you practice, the less you feel difficult, right? So keep practicing, and let's meet in another session. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.